Alrighty, hello, Darwin Tribe, and welcome to your Final 9 Tribal Council. Give me just a moment as the YouTube on my computer loads up because it may start playing my voice. It was muted, bet. Anyway, welcome to Tribal Council. Tonight we will go from 9 to 8, but as always, we do have some questions for you all first. So I'm just going to randomly ask you guys the questions. Except for the first one, because this one can only go to one person, which is Davy. Davy, congratulations on winning immunity yet again. Are you happy to be safe, and do you think you needed it?
Yes, I'm happy to be safe. And yes, I think that I needed it because as the last residuals of the previous rounds have went, I was a contender for being eliminated. So anytime I have this necklace around my neck, I'm very happy.
Thank you so much, Davy. The next question, I'll just go randomly on the Zoom. I'll go to Chrisanne. So Chrisanne, after the events of last round of Survival of the Fittest, how are the tribe dynamics right now?
I feel like I'm always getting the hard questions. Yeah. So wait, what was the question again?
Since last round Survival of the Fittest, with the 5 and 5, how has like the aftermath of that round changed the tribe dynamics? What are the dynamics like right now?
It's been very weird around here, if I may say so myself. You walk around camp and you see some people in the corner and they're whispering and stuff, and when they see you, they turn around or they go to get water and they're gone for hours, and it's maybe I wanted water. Maybe I was thirsty. Some people went to get firewood at 3 o'clock. They haven't come back yet, so it's just been very weird. Yeah.
Weird is one way to describe a game of Survivor that we play with random strangers online, That's just how it goes. We start out strangers, we become friends. So next I will go over to Keisha. Keisha, we are now into single digits in this game. How does getting to this landmark point of the game change the way that everyone is playing?
Ooh, I'm not sure completely. I definitely know that I think some people are amping up the level of play. You can see people fighting, some people are showing they want to be here, which for me, I value in terms of who we hope eventually is the winner. If it's not going to be me, I want it to be somebody who wants to be here and who is fighting to be here, and who's showing up to be here. And I think in terms of, for myself overall, this is only my second Survivor game, so I didn't make it past the first round the first time I played. But in terms of long orgs, I don't make it past into jury. I'm always out usually the round before jury. So for me, I don't have as much to judge it against because I don't make it this far, and I'm always watching from the VL. So being in it, I feel like definitely feels a lot more stressful, a lot more paranoia going on from others, for myself. So just to be in the thick of it at this stage of the game, it's really hard because you want to trust people. I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of people here from both OG tribes at this point, and I feel like I really enjoy everybody. So you don't want to see anybody go, but you also know that you have to make hard decisions. So I think the gameplay is really seemingly for me difficult. I think it's difficult for other people too, because we all are getting to know each other more. And so it just makes us all even more paranoid, I think. And so I feel like we're seeing that in terms of some of the dynamics that are going on with antics and things that have been happening in the last couple of days.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much, Keisha. I will go to Morgan next. Morgan, now we're starting to see a good amount of players joining the jury. So at this point, is jury management starting to become a big factor of everyone's games, and why or why not?
I feel like jury management is different for everyone. I don't know the answer to your question. I think every person who joins the jury, like when I have joined the jury, it's all about perspective and it's all about at the end explaining. So I think that goes in hand with jury management, but again, it's all about perception and how people take their experience. So yeah, it definitely matters. So
Well, thank you so much, Morgan. Next question, I will go over to Hyrie. So Hyrie, again, as numbers are dwindling, are people starting to think about players' resumes in this game? And what do you think makes a good resume for a Survivor player?
Putting into perspective, I think people should start thinking of players' resume. But do I think that everyone here is doing that? No, I don't think. Everyone's just waiting to get voted out. That's what I feel. And yeah, that's my short answer. I got nothing else to say.
Alrighty. Well, I kind of want to follow up on that. And I'll go over to Lex. So Lex, Hyrie said that people seem to just be waiting to get voted out, but we know that not everybody in this game is going to end up being voted out, right? We are going to have a final 2 or 3 players that fight to win. So give me your thoughts on that. Like what kind of dynamics are making this belief of just waiting to be voted out? And do you agree that it's everybody, or do you think there's some people that are waiting more than others?
Sure. I think to answer your question very honestly, I think that we'd be kidding ourselves if this narrative of the OG tribes isn't playing a factor, as well as a lot of this he said, she said, they said kind of mentality has been going on, and kind of fact checking all around this tribe of who is saying what and who said this thing once upon a time and what have you. So there's been a lot of just interesting things being said right now on this tribe and that dynamic, which changes the dynamic completely and going where you even have trust. And what does trust mean to each person in this game? Like, is it loyalty from who you've connected to from early on to where you are now, maybe creating some new alliances and some new people to talk to? I mean, there's lots of factors in this game. So I think ultimately for me, it's if you're waiting to get voted out, like that's a missed opportunity. And I think that you need to fight for you to be here. I mean, you came here to play a game. I hope that you all came here to win, because ultimately this is a game that we want to play. If you don't want to play, then in my opinion, go to the jury. Like, I want to go ahead and play with competitors who want to go ahead and compete and are passionate about playing. And if that's not you and you're a sitting duck, I mean, you can float all you want, but play the game, respect the game. That's my thought on that.
Well, thank you, Lex. Last for who we have here tonight, I'm going to go over to Carson, who is chowing down on some thighs right now, as he should. Carson, are you able to answer a question tonight?
I am able to answer a question, yes.
Alrighty, so I am going to also just jump off what Lex said. Lex said that there's a lot of he said, she said, they said in this game recently. So when it comes to people sharing information, like how do you manage that for yourself? What information you share, what information you take from other people? How do you kind of keep control of the talking, to benefit your game?
Well, there's definitely a lot of he said, she said, they said. In terms of like controlling what you say, I mean, it just depends on how much you trust the person. I think information is currency. And I think loose lips can sink ships and loose lips can sink your own ship. So it's definitely important to note that moving forward.
Well, thank you so much, Carson. I hope you enjoy your chicken thighs as we finish Tribal Council. That's all the individual questions I had for everybody. Does any other prod, do you guys have any other questions you'd like to ask the players? All
Who
good?
feels nervous? Who feels nervous tonight? Raise your hand.
Yes, let's do the typical. If you feel worried tonight, raise your hand. Okay, keep your hand raised if you actually think you're getting votes tonight. Okay, lots of people getting votes tonight. Ollie has his question. I'm assuming it's the word of the tribal, word of the day.
I thought it was if it's going to be a spicy tribal. Isn't that all he's
Yeah, I was wondering whether he meant the spicy level of the tribal or the word of the tribal. Okay, how spicy is the tribal gonna be? Anyone can answer. Rate the spice level.
I think we're at salty today, but I could be wrong. It's hard to say.
Salt?
Some people aren't here, so if they're gone, then we won't know. But if they're here and somebody else is gone, maybe it changes the level.
I think the spice left with Ricky.
Anybody else want to weigh in on the spice? Alrighty, and then last thing before we do the voting booth, does anybody have anything they want to say, address, announce, etc. before we start voting? Yes, Chrisanne.
The secret ingredient to the tuna salad is pickles, bread and butter pickles. It's pretty good. It's good.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, don't vote me, please. I do want to be here. I fight to be here all the time. I'm present for everything and I compete my hardest. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, anyone else? Alrighty, I will send Jordan and I think Ollie as well to the voting booth. And I will send you all one by one. As usual, this is your time to give shout outs. The live stream link has been sent to the viewers lounge and the jury and the pre-jury. So give everybody a lovely shout out. You may talk amongst yourselves, etc. as we gather the votes.
Can I give a shout out right now?
Yes, you can.
Adam, why did you unfriend all of us on Sushi Go? That's all I want to know.
Adam's still my friend on Board Gamer.
I'm not drinking alcohol, but I just want to pour one out for all of our lost souls. You know, if I could pour one out, love y'all, miss y'all, wish y'all was still here, but not really because we need less numbers. So, but still love you.
Morgan, I sent you over there first. Love.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mama Martin, who is probably watching this right now. Hi, Mom, and I miss you. I love you.
My mom banned me from talking about orgs in her presence. So, yeah.
I
not
don't
bad.
recommend playing a Blood vs. Water game with your mother or a parent, you know, or, you know, I don't recommend it, you know.
I want to get my mom to play an org so bad, but I know she would flop. She'd be so inactive because she'd forget to check.
I think my mother is too active. Like when you're a stay-at-home mom and you're on Discord too much, it's you know, yeah, it's good times. No shade, Mom. Love you.
My mom would probably be that person who's like, have you talked to so-and-so? Have you talked to Chrisanne? Have you talked to Hyrie? Did you talk to Carson? Did you talk to Morgan? Did you talk to Gabby? Did you talk to Lex? Like, she'd want to know everything. And like, if I did tell her, it'd be like the end of the world. Like, no, I would not do that. No, I would not do that to myself. Like, no way. What did you talk about? Did they tell you this? Blah, 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 blah. No, there's no way I could have her in a game with me.
My mom's first game was a very educational experience as far as like learning acronyms and like words. Hell, I'm still learning some of these fucking words. But let me just say, it's pretty funny to see some of these like new vocabulary of things. So.
Ollie and Jordan can't record and we don't know why.
Uh-oh.
They're
Yeah,
both
I was just waiting in there and they just said, you can wait.
Yeah, I mean, I give him co-host, so that's the only
They wanted me, they
Yeah.
don't want you mad at them. That's
I'm
what
not
they
mad
said.
at y'all. I wish I could fix it, but all I know is that I need to make people co-host to record, and that's usually all that is needed. So I apologize, guys. We're not gonna have cute little voting confessionals today. Anyway, next I'll send Davey to vote
Can we film one and put it in our prod chat?
if you want, sure.
I mean, we extra, so I would love to.
Okay, Davey is back. Next is Chrisanne. Alrighty, next up is Keisha. As we're doing this, I will give a shout out. Shout out to the 3 people in Legacy Survivor who voted me out for 5th place last night. Y'all dodged a bullet. I would have killed the final immunity challenge. But anyway, fuck you too.
Who name names? Who did it?
You guys probably don't know them, but it was Abby, Boo, and Taylor. Boo is actually in the server, but I don't think he's in the viewers lounge, so I don't think he gets to stream.
I know a Taylor, but I don't know if it's the same Taylor that voted you out. We're gonna have to compare notes later.
Is your Taylor Australian?
I do know Australian Taylor, but I don't think that's the same Australian Taylor who pays Facebook org. I know like 3 Taylors, but I don't think that's the same one. Yeah.
I don't know why we're not
They're all Discord org people.
and let's riot. What?
Already back to writing votes with my cute pen.
Your pen is cute. I'm not school supply girl, so very cute.
Thank you. I hosted a mini for my coworkers for our bonding training retreat thing as the fun activity, because that's what I do. I will do it in my personal life and at work, and they're obsessed with the fact that we do these. Like, they think it's the most fascinating thing ever. So then my coworker was at the mall or something and saw this as a makeshift survivor tribal pen. And then he got it for me. Next is Carson. Alrighty, and last up for who's here tonight is Kyrie. Alrighty, I will close the breakout room, bring back Ollie and Jordan, and give me just a moment to tally the votes. Alrighty, I do have the votes. Before I read the votes, if anybody has an advantage or an idol that they would like to play, now would be the time to do so. Okay, with that, I will read the votes. The person with the most votes will be asked to leave the tribal council area after giving short goodbyes. Let's get right into it. First vote tonight is for Danny. Second vote is for Hyrie. That's one vote Danny, one vote Hyrie. Third vote is for Hyrie. Fourth vote tonight is for Hyrie. That is 3 votes Hyrie, 1 vote Danny. Fifth vote is for Hyrie. That is 4 votes Hyrie. The 6th vote, and the next person voted out of Triumph the Galapagos, and the whatever member of the jury, because I didn't count, I apologize. 5th member of the jury is Hyrie. Hyrie, that is 5 votes tonight. That is enough. Thank you so much for playing. Hyrie, you know I love you. Ever since I slayed you with my sword, I've been a huge fan of watching you play games, and I'm so happy that I got to host you in Triumph. But for now, you may give your final goodbyes to the tribe.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, and yes, that's a Coldplay song lyric. I decided 2 minutes ago that I choose kindness, so I'm not gonna say anything nasty, but people need to wake up. That's all. Thank you.
Hyrie, thank you so much. We love you. You were joy this season, but for now, you're going to head over to Ponderosa, and you'll be back on finale night to vote for a winner.
Thank you, Hyrie.
Hi, Hyrie.
Thank you, Harry.
Alrighty, with that, you guys are down to the final 8, starting to get into the nitty-gritty of things. Let's see